watching the world burn, July 21st, 2024. Let's get into it.
I heard a Border Patrol agent saying that they're getting $2,200 a month when they come here, every illegal. And, you look at people paying into Social Security their whole lives, they're not getting $2,200 a month. Veterans are living on the streets.
That's right.
These guys are coming over in droves. They're getting $2,200 a month and every benefit you can possibly think of. People are dying. Fentanyl's coming over the border like there's nobody's business. I've had a lot of friends myself that have lost children that have died themselves from this. And it's straight evil. And this is all by design. They let these people come over so that they can turn them into voters, give them free stuff, and then keep them as Democrat voters forever because they give away the free stuff.
Well, what do you think about the election that's coming up? How many of these people are going to try to vote? And how do we stop it?
I would say probably if they want to keep getting their free stuff, they're probably all going to try to vote. And how do we stop it? Look, no more voting machines. We got to get rid of Dominion voting machines first and foremost. Look, paper ballots exist. We did everything with paper ballots forever. Why can't we go back to that? I mean, people say the argument, well, how are you going to count that many ballots in a day? It's like every state has different precincts. You can count even 10,000 ballots in a precinct, 20,000 ballots in a precinct with 40 people. It's not that big of a problem.
Well, the Constitution in Florida, the state Constitution says very specifically, you must be a U.S. citizen to vote in Florida. How do we enforce that?
I think we need as many poll watchers as we can possibly get. Like I said, no more voting machines. I think that when you roll up to the polls, you should have voter ID. No matter what, everybody should have to show their ID. And I've heard actually that a lot of these illegal immigrants are getting IDs somehow.
Of course,
call them an ITIN number.
Yeah, they're getting the last four of what would be a Social Security number. Now, I don't know how this works, but under the law, they get this and they're told to use this and vote. And then they're told, obviously, who to vote for on their way up to the Mexican border. This is, of course, not just illegal. It's disenfranchising millions of Americans who are legal citizens and have the right to decide the future of the country, not people that arrived yesterday illegally.
So, boy, I tell you, isn't it amazing once I make a video about Alejandro Mayorkas and what an evil son of a gun that person is and how he single-handedly, the genius, the evil genius that he is, destroyed the United States. And then it just looks like maybe people actually follow me. I don't know. This was Cat Turd. He says, this serial lying, treacherous traitor needs to be in prison. DHS Secretary Mayorkas said he did not deny any requests for any more protection for Trump. He called it baseless and false. Have you been following the news? I mean, the security detail was mostly staffed with DHS cronies that he had in there. Oh my God, I tell you.
The world's going wild, but he's standing tall. Together we can rise, never gonna fall. In the face of the storm, we find in the calm. Thanking God above, holding tight to his palm. It was a rally night, crowd gathering tight. In Butler, PA, under the campaign light. Shots rang out, caught him by surprise. Felt a burn on his ear, saw the fear in the eyes. Dropped to his knees, Secret Service on guard. Blood on his face, but he couldn't discard the will to fight, to stand and unite for peace and love under God's own light. The world's going wild, but he's standing tall. Together we can rise, never gonna fall. In the face of the storm, we find in the calm. Thanking God above, holding tight to his palm. One soul was lost, two more hurt in the fray, but his heart kept beating, couldn't turn away. Snipers took the shooter, quick on the scene. In just 26 seconds, restored the serene. He pumped his fist, said fight, fight, fight. United we stand in the darkest night. Thankful for the brave who shielded the harm. God's hand upon us, we staying calm. The world's going wild, but he's standing tall. Together we can rise, never gonna fall. In the face of the storm, we find in the calm. Thanking God above, holding tight to his palm.
Director of the United States Secret Service, Kimberly Cheeto, speaks exclusively with ABC News, taking responsibility for that stunning breakdown in security.
This is an event that should have never happened.
Who is most responsible for this happening?
What I would say is that the Secret Service is responsible for the protection of the former president.
So the buck stops with you? The buck stops with me. I am the director of the Secret Service. It was unacceptable, and it's something that shouldn't happen again.
Fight for one another. Yo, the world's going wild, but he's standing tall. Together we can rise, never gonna fall. In the face of the storm, we find from the darkest nights to the brightest days. In unity and love, we'll find our ways. God bless us all, every woman, every man. Together we'll thrive in this beautiful land.
Anyway, let's just keep going through the news. I just encourage you to go back and watch that video. I mean, it was a great video. I hate, maybe I'm narcissistic or something, man, because I've kind of watched it a few times. Of course, I have to watch my videos because I think, was there something that I said that, might get me in, well, obviously I'm in trouble. The deep state don't like that cybersecurity guy, I can tell you that right now. But anyway, so Ukrainian recruitment officers' vehicles keep burning. And let's just show you that. Yeah, this is it. There you go. I guess that's kind of what happens when you want to force men to fight that don't want to fight. That's why, our all-volunteer army, or military, I guess I should say, worked really well for many years. Unfortunately, now we don't get the people going in. Just in, massive Israeli strike on Hezbollah weapons depot near southern Lebanon, developing. Let me just show you that real quick, because I could put this up on the channel, but it's just better to just show it you that way. Okay, let's keep going. And by the way, this was 2 nights ago. Yemen hit Tel Aviv with a suicide drone. Today we gave them our reply. The entire port was hit. Everything is up in flames. We show all our enemies that enough is enough. So Israel has hit Yemen and Lebanon. Look at this. Huge. So Israel seems to be declaring war on the entire world. I'm sure these Democrat lunatics and the RINOs that we have in government are going to go right along with them. We'll see what happens. I tell you what, if we don't erupt into a regional war in the Middle East, I'm going to be completely surprised. Anyway. Simplicius spent a day with electronic warfare units in the Kirkhoff direction. Now I can definitely say that electronic warfare works. Well, no shit, I was an electronic warfare technician in the Air Force. way back in the day. It's very important, but the United States, we just felt like, when you're dropping bombs on towel heads, that all they have is AK-47s and they have no air defense or no electronic warfare, it just kind of takes a low priority here in the United States. But Russia, on the other hand, has developed their electronic warfare capabilities. And let's just keep reading here, and by the way, I totally respect this. I wish I could be over there studying the technology that they're using right now, because it would be fascinating to see how much electronic warfare has advanced since my day. And back in my day, it was so complex. I mean, there was a master's degree in engineering that led my shop when I was at Selfridge Air Force Base. And I tell you, man, I mean, it takes some incredibly intelligent people to be able to conduct electronic warfare, but the Russians are mastering it. So let's see. Ukraine drones are identified and destroyed. I saw with my own eyes how I turn over the birds and they fall limply to the fields. So, can you imagine a different battlefield right now? I mean, you've got all of these drones up in the air flying around, I mean, it's kind of crazy. I can't imagine it is, because the type of warfare that I conducted was completely different. But I mean, and so now, they're hitting them with these. Have you seen one of them electronic warfare guns? They're crazy looking. I mean, it's an entirely different war, one that we're not prepared to fight in the United States. I can tell you that right now. We don't have electronic warfare guns. Hell, we don't even know what electronic warfare is in the United States. But anyway, let's just keep going. Artillery, aviation, and air defense can be heard, but electronic warfare cannot be heard. That's why we often hear that our systems don't work without electronic cover. There would be many times more drones. Areas began to appear on the front that the enemy drones avoid. But of course, electronic warfare is not a 100% guarantee. And that's what you do. I mean, we could scatter the airplane. We could make the enemy radars think that there were 10 airplanes coming in. We could disguise the plane by leveling the wave. I mean, if you understand how radar works, it's just a sine wave, and so you could just flatten that wave out and make the plane disappear. So there's all kinds of different techniques you can use in electronic warfare. But let's just keep going. But of course, let's see, our guys work with limits and sheer enthusiasm. They themselves are constantly collecting something and coming up with ways to intercept enemy drones. Electronic warfare is only one of the means to destroying enemy UAVs. And then that's what he's saying, basically. I won't read the rest of it, but what he's saying is, in warfare, you employ everything that you have at your disposal. And but I tell you what, I'm proud of the Russians, man. I mean, they have developed, and that's what they do, is they keep evolving. They keep developing new military technology. That's why they are the preeminent military in the world at this point. Nobody can stand against the Russians. Nobody. I admire them. You can always admire your enemy. Anyway, Megatron breaking. The world is facing the biggest cyber attack in history. Microsoft servers are down. By the way, I got some inside information on this one. I was talking to a friend of mine, and he's actually going back into work. He says all they got to do is they got to go in and it was an update. It wasn't necessarily a cybersecurity attack. CloudStrike. How in the hell is CloudStrike on every freaking server in the world? I mean, what the hell? I mean, they were the ones that Trump was trying to investigate back in 2019 because they were involved with the whole Ukraine fiasco with Hillary Clinton, but I guess, that somehow they wormed their way into the servers worldwide. But anyway, what they did is they put out an update, from my understanding, and it obviously crashed the computers. And so now what they got to do is they got to boot the computers in Microsoft into safe mode. If you don't know how to do that, I'm sorry for you. I guess you're just too stupid to be able to do that. And then you just go in and you manually delete the update file and then reboot the computer, and then it comes back up. But can you imagine? I mean, he's back into work today. Good Lord, man. It takes a long time. When you've got hundreds and hundreds of computers that you have to manually go in and make this change, I mean, it sounds simple. It is simple. If you're just a homeowner or whatever, you could go in and do it in 5 minutes. But I mean, when you got as a freaking administrator of a data center, I mean, my God, it would take me with a staff of 5 people to do this change. But anyway, so yeah, we know what's going on. Problems continue at airports, airlines around the world. Several companies are grounding their planes as an emergency. Systems in banks are blocked. Supermarkets, hospitals down. Holy shit. I mean, can you imagine? And I bet CloudStrike stock is going to go up today. That's how stupid people are. I wouldn't touch this company with a 10-foot pole. Breaking. In 14-1 decision, the International Court of Justice has ruled that Israel must immediately stop new settlements and remove all settlers from Palestinian territory. Do you think that's going to make a damn difference? I don't think so. You know what? I want to stop right here because you know what? This video is going to get copyrighted because I'm going to include a music scenario. All of these are copyrighted, but it doesn't matter. Everybody on YouTube is afraid of copyright because they're trying to make money with their videos. I don't make no money. YouTube's got me completely censored. You know, what's the point? You know, so I can put up music videos and attach them to my video because I don't make no damn money. I'm broke. B-R-O-K-E, broke. So, you know, I just do these because I want to try to help you, man. I'm trying to help you. Peace out. Stay free.
I need everybody to stand up. I need everybody to put a fist up in the air. Everybody get a fist up in the air. Now follow me. Say fight, fight. Say fight, fight. Say fight, fight. Say somebody scream. The devil without a cause. I'm back with the beaver hats and Ben Davis flags. 30-pack of stroll, straight rock and roll. No Rogaine in the propane flow. The chosen one, I'm the living proof with the gift of gab from the city of truth. You know I jab, stab, and knock critics back. And I did not start a win. I said that I'm going platinum, selling rhymes. I went platinum 7 times. Still they ill and wanna see us fry. I guess because only God knows why. They call me cowboy, I'm the singer of black. Throw a fist in the air, let me see where you at. Say fight, fight. Say fight, fight. Say fight, fight. Say drum, drum.
Do you remember the day they took our election away and gave it to Biden? Democracy died and life fell apart. So we marched on down to the big white building downtown, and we went inside it. We got vilified for showing our hearts. This ain't the way it's supposed to be. We're no different than the brave young men who dump the tea. When we see our so-called leaders doing so much wrong, we gotta stand up and put them right where they belong. We won't let it happen again. No, we won't let it happen again. This country is ours to defend. No, we won't let it happen again. Now he's facing trials, atrocities oh so vile, and we let it happen. We watched as our captain was taken down. So let's make things right. It's time to stand up and fight. Get back in the saddle, ready for battle, and stand our ground. This ain't the way it's supposed to be. We're no different than the brave young men who dump that tea. When we see our broken leaders doing so much wrong, we gotta stand up and put them right where they belong. We won't let it happen again. No, we won't let it happen again. This country is ours to defend. No, we won't let it happen again. founding fathers smiling down upon us, or are they rolling in their graves? One thing can redeem us, to be there when our country needs us, and fight for the man who's got a plan to make America great again, so that our country might be saved. Oh, no, we won't let it happen again. Oh, we won't let it happen again. This country is ours to defend. No, we won't let it happen again. 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 No, we won't let it happen again. 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 No, we won't let it happen again. This country is ours to defend. No, we won't let it happen again.